So I had my apple cider in the frunk. It's 27 degrees out, so I'm just chilling it a little bit more. Well, I don't have a thermometer, but here's the apple cider. Wilson's Orchard Sparkling Apple Cider. No pressed apples and carbonation. Yep, definitely carbonated. It's pretty legit. Tastes like apple orchard with a little bit of fizz. I like it. Wilson's Orchard apple cider, grown in Iowa. No added sugar. Doesn't even say how much sugar, but I'm sure it's a lot. So I unplugged and then I plugged back in again, and it went up to 100 kilowatts and then it went back down. To 92. Oh, but we are at 49% now, so. And we now have the same issue as before because the next destination is 100 miles away. Shelby, Iowa, which is a newer station, at least in the last 2 years, I think. They're only 150 kilowatts though. But they do have a cool little park there. At least in the summer it's cool. And they've got a decent selection of convenience store food and stuff. So does this one. I forget what the one in Shelby is called. This is called a Come and Go, the gas station. The other one, maybe it's the same thing, I don't know. A little bit of sun. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we do it. So these are prescription sunglasses, which are old. I couldn't find them for a long time, and then I found them in a coat pocket, in a pocket of a coat that I don't use much. And then later that day they fell off my head or something, or I dropped them, and then I stepped on them and broke one of the bands. But the thing is, they actually stay on pretty well, even without the beanie. So I have another pair that are polarizing. Which is nice in the Model X, so you don't get the glare. But these ones fit a little bit better, and they're just like my other prescription, which I need a new prescription, but these are better than nothing. Alright, well, we're at 83 kilowatts, 53% charge. This is saying I will get there with 2%, and because it's cold and it's windy, I am probably going to charge up to 70%, just to make sure, even though it's kind of crazy that it takes 70% of my energy to go 100 miles. When the rated rating range for this is 296. So 70% of that should be, I don't know, like 180 miles or something. So part of it is speed, part of it is wind, and part of it is winter. Oh, also I have snow tires, which do decrease your efficiency. So there's a lot of things working against it, but people always say, oops. People are always like, the cars are rated at 400 miles now, range anxiety is gone. Actually, even before that, with the 300 mile vehicles, range anxiety is a thing of the past. Well, it's not true. You really need a vehicle that can go at least 250 miles in the winter, preferably 300, which means that you have to have a summer rated range of like 450 or something like that. That would be golden. So combine that with this 250 kilowatt charging, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so here's the last trip. It was actually 109 miles. I forget, 90 miles is actually an hour and a half at 60 miles an hour. So it was almost 20 miles more than that. But anyway, it took me an hour and 53 minutes, and I averaged 436 watt hours per mile, mostly going 60 miles an hour, which is really slow. So, and you can see that in the consumption here. The last 15 miles, I was averaging 387. Last 5 miles was under 300, which is crazy, probably because I had an off ramp. And then here it was, even the last 30 miles, it was under 400. So I was really eking it out as much as I can. So I don't know if it's incorporating some of that and thinking that, oh, I'm such a good driver now that now for this next 100 miles, this is only 100, not 109. But now, now I'm only going to need 50% of my charge to do that. I don't know, but we'll find out. Let's unplug, and I think we can keep going. Goodbye, 250s. Or as the rapper says, 250. All right, here we go. Made it to Shelby in pretty good time. Alright, so yeah, this was much better. I only got here with 7%, but I was able to do the 102 miles, almost 103 miles, in less than an hour and a half. That compared to 109 miles last time in almost 2 hours. So what a difference charging enough makes, and because I was able to go faster, I used way more energy. So look at that, 524 watt hours per mile. It is very windy out, and it's even colder. It's now 21 degrees Fahrenheit. So a lot of stuff using energy and whatever, but yeah, it was nice to be able to, I guess I sort of made up a little bit of time. And I'm not sure where I'm going next. I think next stop is in Nebraska. Yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska is the next one. Oh, and that one's really close. Yeah, that one's only like 80 miles away. So, yeah, so I'm basically in Nebraska, almost. Usually I try to go somewhere as far as I can into Nebraska on the first day. Grand Island is, I think that's the I just forget, is Gothenburg or Grand Island? I think Grand Island is the truck stop. That one is 160 miles. I don't know if I can do 160 miles in the winter. Isn't that crazy? That's such a short range. Gotta get longer range vehicles. Like, you can only go 180 miles in the winter. And it's dry, it's not even snowing. I probably could just go 180 miles. But I'd get there with 0, and I'd have to charge to like 95 or 100%. Anyway, I'm gonna go in the barn, use the restroom. So this is kind of weird. When I was at the 250 kilowatt one, by the time I got to the 30s, percentage-wise, it started tapering down, and I think I was down to like 90 kilowatts. And then I unplugged it and replugged it in, and it went up to like 102, and then it started dropping back down again. So that by the time I was like, I think at 40% or something, or was it 49? I forget. But anyway, it was back to like 92 kilowatts. But this is staying, what it should stay actually, is up in the hundreds. Between 20% and 40%. We'll see how long. I saw it got to like 148. This is 150. These are 150 kilowatt chargers. So that's as high as it will get. And I guess it's just going to taper now. Now at the Bosselman Travel Center Supercharger in Grand Island, Nebraska. Been here a bunch of times. Usually this is where I try to get to on the first night. Usually I'm here at like midnight or 1 a.m. but right now it's 9:20 p.m. So here's to getting up at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. So I got here with 7% or 8% or something like that, which was less than predicted. Probably because of the winds and the cold. It's a little bit breezy, and it's 21 degrees or 19 degrees or something, so it's pretty cold. There's a lot of trucks around here, so you can, I'm sure you can hear them. So, got a new situation for the bed. Well, as anybody knows, you can put down your seats and sleep in the back, but with all these grooves and stuff, I found it very uncomfortable last time. So I got this inflatable like backpacking mattress. I need to pump it up a little bit more, which has a inflatable pump on it. Yeah. So anyway, so I'll be trying this out this time, seeing how this works. I've also got a backpacking pillow right there. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay, well, it's a little hard to see, but this is pumped up. That's the front of the car. And this way. Here's my feet. Got plenty of room, actually. So this seat is down, and then I've got a lot of stuff kind of crammed in there. Got one sort of soft pillow, and then this air mattress actually kind of comes with one that fills up with air. I wish I could pump this up a little bit more, but if I lay down on it, nice and flat. Switch this around so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, if I lay on it nice and flat, it kind of spreads the air out and I don't feel any of those bumps. But it's not too thick that I feel like it's taking over the space or something like that. And, well, okay, my head's a little too far back. I'll have to, if I stick this pillow there too. Yeah, that's better. Assume nobody can see there. And maybe I'll put a blanket across there or something. So anyway, so that's that. So I would say the sleeping arrangement back there was a success. The little air mattress thing was just enough to keep my back from feeling the ridges and stuff. I had the car on the climate control on keep, so then I had it set to 68. I didn't have it on the rear though, so the very back vents were not getting heat, and my feet got pretty cold because they were by the trunk door. But I had a down sleeping bag that I used as a blanket, and had my coats and stuff, so yeah, I woke up at 4 in the morning and then went back to sleep and woke up at about, I don't know, 5:45 or something like that. So that's pretty good for sleeping in the car. The only thing that could be a little more comfortable is maybe a little bit more air in the mattress. I put in as much as I could. And then, yeah, I guess a little bit, I should have kept the car a little warmer. It didn't use much electricity. I unplugged from the supercharger. I just stayed parked here, even though that's bad form. But, I mean, there were 2 other vehicles here that were also, people were also sleeping, but they left. And, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I was the only one here, so I wasn't too worried about it. This is in the middle of Nebraska. But I unplugged because I didn't want late fee or idle fees, which I don't know if they would have charged me because nobody's here. But last time I did that, I did get a warning email that I would get charged next time. I guess I could test it sometime because it is pretty inconvenient. Because when I woke up, it's 12 degrees out, 12 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm only charging, well, I had 57% battery and I was only charging in like 30 kilowatts, and now I'm at 74% and I'm still only charging at 33 kilowatts. So the battery got really cold overnight. So next leg is 101 miles, and it's saying I'll have 10% to spare, so I think I'm gonna head out pretty soon. This truck came at a similar, or actually he went to bed at the same time as I did, around 10 o'clock or something. And now he's just leaving. It's 6:20 in the morning. So, time to hit the road.